You are joining us for the next instalment of our Three Things campaign. Throughout January, Property Tribes is talking to property experts and commentators and industry stakeholders about the three things that landlords should be focusing more on in 2018, or it could be three words that landlords should be using more this year. And joining me now is Sean Hooker of the Property Redress Scheme, Head of Redress, our redress partner. So Sean, new year for landlords, many challenges ahead. What is the number one thing, first of all, that you think landlords really need to be, focusing on?
Proper planning is the first thing. With all the tax changes that are going to come in there, make sure you get the expert advice for your specific portfolio and business. If you don't do that, then you're going to get some nasty surprises when your tax bill comes in at the end of the year. So be prepared. Make sure that the experts that you're using know what the implications are to you, that you are looking forward and projecting your costs and your income, and make sure that you are prepared for the tax changes. That's number one. Number two is make sure that you are completely compliant and regulated. Deposits are protected, that you are looking at the correct right to rent documentation, that you know to give out the how to rent guide, and everything. You've got your ducks lined up. And thirdly, to make sure that you are preparing for the future planning, future protecting yourself. Things that are coming in like redress for landlords, changes in the letting agent fee ban and other things there. Try and project and see how that's going to affect your business and the way that you operate.
I think that really comes under the banner of education. Absolutely. Because landlords, the buck does stop with them. They cannot divest their responsibilities to any other third party, not even a letting agent. So saying, oh, I didn't know that was the case, or I didn't know that compliance law, it's never an excuse, is it? So I think what you're saying there about landlords, very important for them to keep up to date, educated, and there's so many sources out there for them to do it, isn't there?
There's so many sources, and the internet is such a marvellous thing now. A lot of this is free education that you can get. So Property Tribes, our own websites from the Hamilton Fraser
Group. You have a lot of guides.
A lot of guides that are coming out there, and we try and anticipate and target it to your needs. Saying that, make sure that your experts, the people you employ, your solicitors and your accountants, are also up to speed.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, they are people that know your specific and personal circumstances, and they need to actually help you plan for the future.
Just wanted to go back to your number one point about planning. I agree 100%. This is going to be a year where I believe landlords are going to have to professionalise their business in order to survive.
Absolutely, and I think that will benefit both the landlords and their tenant clients, because at the end of the day, if you've got a happy tenant, then you are getting a good relationship with them, and you're getting a good income out of it. And at the end of the day, that's what everybody wants: is a happy tenant and a happy landlord.
I think those are three really great additions to our campaign, Sean. Let's just recap. So first of all was proper planning. I agree with you now more than ever that landlords do need professional people around them, and the two people they most certainly need in their team are a reputable tax advisor and a reputable mortgage broker. At the very least, you need those. Second thing, compliance. Yes, we all want landlords to be compliant. Third thing was future-proofing, essentially, wasn't it? Educating yourself. So are you optimistic in 2018 for landlords that do treat things as a business?
Absolutely. The market there, the demand is still there. We know that the private rented sector is going to be the core provider of accommodation for a large section of this of the society, until all the houses that everybody promises that are going to be built. So I think if you are positioning yourself and with those three caveats of how to run your business, you will be perfectly positioned to take advantage of the opportunities that are out there.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your input here. We've really enjoyed having your thoughts on our Three Things campaign, and stay tuned because it is going to continue throughout January.